Hello and welcome to the online classes of computer science with Python. This is Renuka and today we are going to discuss about the softwares, what are software in computer system and their types, and basically broadly we are going to discuss about system software. So this is a continuation of our previous video about the system organization, computer system organization. So today we are going to discuss about softwares. So what are softwares? Basically there are two terms in computer system, as we discussed in our earlier video, that hardware and software. So hardware is the tangible part, whereas softwares are the set of instructions or set of programs which are used for different purposes. So all the programs used in computer to perform specific tasks are known as softwares. So software basically, first program is set of instructions, and when group of instructions are there, they are known as program, and group of programs known as software. So in this diagram we can see that hardware is the central core part, and in hardware then comes a system software, application software. Basically these two layers are software, system and application both. So we can say that system software and application software are the parts of software. So this is the basic core structure, hardware, after that system software, and then comes the application software. So types of softwares are system softwares. As the name suggests, system softwares helps in the working smooth functioning of system. We will see how the various parts like operating system, language processor, linker and loader play their role in the smooth working of system. And then comes application software. They are the software which are designed for some specific task, not for the smooth working of system. They are designed for some specific task, and these are the subdivisions. So in this video we are going to discuss mainly about system software, how system software helps in the smooth working of system. So it is basically a type of computer program that is designed to run a computer hardware and application. So what we can say, system software provides the environment for the running application programs, how the program will interact with the hardware at the core level, how it will respond to the user. So the intermediate layer between the user and the machine, we can say, that is system software. So important features of system software are that it is close to system, fast speed, difficult to manipulate. We cannot make changes, they are already created and we have to use them like this. Written in low level language, means 0 and 1 or assembly language, and design difficult to design. They are not designed by the common programmer who designed application softwares. So further moving, that what system software types are. So very first is operating system, and very important also, operating system. So as the name suggests, it is a type of system that manages the computer's hardware and software resources. So it is an integrated set of specialized programs. It is a collection of specialized programs that is used to manage the overall operations of a computer. We can say that it acts as an interface between user, computer hardware and software. So it is integrated set of specialized programs, and it controls and complete record of execution of all the programs. We can understand operating system as a secretary to a office. Like if the secretary is managing all the work, where the files will be kept, he or she will take care that which appointment to be scheduled first and which to be last, how the files will be kept, where the data will be stored, how to respond. So all these are the tasks of a secretary. So like a secretary in office, there is operating system in computers. So they are basically a type of software that manages computers hardware and software. So that's why we can say that it is act as a link or interface between the software and the hardware. So how it acts as a link, the most important tasks performed by operating system are memory management. First is memory management. It is the task of operating system to keep track of primary memory and allocate the memory when a process requests it. Sometimes when we are operating, there comes a message, it flashes on the screen that you are not having sufficient memory and you are going out of memory. So that is the task of operating system, to keep the track of memory and allocate the memory whenever there is a request. Processor management. Allocate the main memory to a process. We use multitasking in operating system. If we are doing one or two tasks side by side, then it is the task of operating system to see or to arrange that which task or which job will be executed first and then which job will be executed. So side by side it will allocate the main memory to the task depending upon their position. Then comes file management. Where to store and when to delete the resources, the files, the data, that is also a task of operating system. Security. Preventing unauthorized access to programs and data by means of passwords. If we apply passwords to a file or to our system to protect any unauthorized access to our system so that no unauthorized user can enter to our system, that is also with the help of operating system, or we can say that is also a feature of operating system. Then is error detecting aids. So production of dumps, traces, error message, whatever we see on screen, if we are performing something wrong, they are also task of operating system. Then scheduling. Scheduling means which task to be performed first and which to be performed later on, that is also a task to be taken care by operating system. So these are the main basic tasks which will be performed by, which are in fact performed by operating system. So next system software we are going to discuss about second is language processor, or we can say translator, the very most important part of system software. Being a machine, computers only understand 0 and 1, but we as a human being are talking in high level language like which is very much near to English language like Java, C, C++, Python, PHP and many more. So how a user will communicate with a machine which can only understand 0 and 1? So for that translator is required. So these are the translators, or we can say language processors, which convert high level language to low level language and low level language back to high level language. So they, according to their task, they are divided into three parts: assembler, compiler and then interpreter. Assembler, compiler and interpreter, they are the three type of language processors, and language processors converts high level language to low level language and low level language back to high level language. First is compiler. What is a compiler? Compiler is a source program which converts and translates the program in one go. So like in C, C++, Java, compiler works there. It will first read out the complete source code. Source code is the program which a user writes. It will first check the source code and it will be translated to object code successfully if it is free of errors. Otherwise the compiler will compile the errors first, it will rectify the errors, and then it will convert the high level code to low level code at a once. Then comes assembler. It converts assembly language programs to machine language. It is also, assembly language is also a type of language which is very much near to machine. So that is a tough language also. So assembly language is mostly, those people learn assembly language, those who need to do coding of the circuit and all that. So assembler converts source code to machine code, but the source code is to be written in assembly language. Next is interpreter. Interpreter converts again source code to machine code, but the difference is it is converting line by line. First it will check one line. If there is no error, then it will move to next line, it will convert next line. But if there is error in first line, it will first remove that error and then move to next line. We can understand the compiler and interpreter difference, like if I have given you a passage to rectify English passage, and I have given you that you first go through it, and if there is any error then remove, and then give me the summary or give me the meaning of that. And another method is, if I say you that read one line of that paragraph, rectify it, and then translate it or make me understand. So that is the task of interpreter, means line by line converting high level code to low level. And Perl, Python, MATLAB are the softwares, or we can say languages, which use interpreter. So this is the difference between compiler and interpreter, a very important part. So compiler converts entire program at one go, interpreter single instruction. Intermediate object code is generated in compiler, but no object code is generated in interpreter because it is converting line by line. Conditional statements are executed faster. Conditional statements, when we will learn Python, then you will come to know if else, these are conditional statements. So if, but they are slower in interpreter. Memory requirement more and memory requirement is less in interpreter. Program need to be compiled every time. Every time high level program is converted into low level. Errors are displayed after the complete program is checked in compiler, but at every instruction, after every instruction, errors will be displayed in interpreter. Example for interpreter is basic, and example for compiler C, C++, and all that. Then comes next software, system software, that is linker. Linker, many times in a program we need some modules or we need some extra libraries that you will study in Python. Just for now you understand that we need some more files to be added to our main program. So these files, more files, inbuilt files which are needed to be added to program, are added in the program with the help of linker. So after the compilation, the program, the operating system, we can say, will link the extra files to our main compiled computer program. Then final, the loader task of loader is to load the whole program into memory or RAM for execution. So in computer system, loader is responsible for loading programs and libraries so that program execution can be started. So this is what we discussed about system software. So a summary, that system software is a part which helps in the smooth execution of system, and there are 4 types: operating system, then language processors, linker, and loader. Operating system act as an interface between user and machine, software and hardware, and language processors convert high level language to low level back to high level so that user can communicate with machine. And finally linker and loader, helping to execute the program completely. So that's all with system software, and thank you very much. Next time we are going to study about the application software.